Hello dear students, good morning everyone. In previous video of maths, we have completed the exercise page number 54 and 55. Now today we are going to learn about the mixed fraction. So take out your maths notebook, maths textbook and be ready with your blue gel pen. Write down today's date and write it in neat and clean handwriting. You have already known about what is the fraction. Now we'll see about what is the mixed fraction. So we'll see one example. Look at the given picture. There are 3 apples given. And suppose there are these 3 apples we have to distribute equally among 2 children. How will you distribute? So first we will give one whole apple to each child, and then we cut the third apple into half, and again we'll give half apple to each child. So every child will get 1 plus half apple, that is 1.5 apple. So each one will get 1.5 apple, that is called as the mixed fraction. Therefore, the fraction like 1.5 is called a mixed fraction. See, students, will see again one example for mixed fraction. So you can see over here I have taken these 2 circles, means this is one whole circle and this is second whole circle, means this is the 2 whole circles, and I have taken the 1/4, means 1/4 part of that circle. It means it is the total 1 plus 1 2 and plus 1/4, means 2 whole and 1/4, means it is 2.25 part. So this is the mixed fraction. When we will combine this all fractions, mean this 1 plus 1 plus 1/4. So it is 2 and 1/4, means 1, 2 and 1/4. So for 1/4 we will say as 1/4 also. So this is the mixed fraction. This, when we combine this all, it will form the mixed fraction. So this fraction we will write it as 2 and 1/4. So this is an example of a mixed fraction. So the definition of mixed fractions is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction is called a mixed fraction. Now we are going to see on page number 56, that is the part of 1.25, 2.25, 3.25. Students, you know that for 1/4 we are writing as 1/4. For a half we are writing as 1/2, and for 3/4 we are writing as 3/4. First we will see 1.25 part. So see, if we take 1 whole and 1/4, when we combine this both, it will make 1 plus 1/4, that is 1 plus 1/4. So this is written in short as 1 and 1/4, and it is read as 1.25. Now we'll see 2.25. When we combine 2 wholes and a quarter, it makes 2.25. So we read it as 2.25. So you can see in the picture how it is written, 2.25. Now we'll see 3.25. When we combine 3 wholes and 1/4, means 3 and 1/4, it will make 3.25. Now we'll see the next part, that is 1.5, 2.5 and 3.5 part. So first we'll see that 1.5. So when we combine 1 whole and 1 half, it will make 1.5. So we will read it as 1.5. So how we will write it, as you can see on the screen how it is written. So this is the 1.5 part, and this is also an example of a mixed fraction. Now next we will see 2.5. When we combine 2 wholes and 1 half, it will make 2.5 and is read it as 2.5. Now we'll see 3.5. If we'll take 3 wholes and a half, For half we are writing as 1 upon 2. Means 3 plus 1 upon 2, it will be 3 and a half. This is also one example of a mixed fraction. Now coming to the next part, that is 1 and 3 quarters, 2 and 3 quarters, 3 and 3 quarters. So first we'll see that 1 and 3 quarters. So students, you know that for 3 quarters we are writing as 3 upon 4. So if we'll take 1 whole and 3 quarters, means 1 plus 3 upon 4, it will make 1 and 3 quarters. In the same way, if we take 2 whole and 3 quarters, it makes 2 plus 3 upon 4, that is 2 and 3 quarters. And how it is written, you can see on the screen, 2 and 3 quarters. Now we'll see 3 and 3 quarters. In the same way, if we'll take 3 wholes and 3 quarters, it will make 3 plus 3 upon 4. That is 3 and 3 quarters. We will read it as 3 and 3 quarters. Completing the exercise on page number 55, you have to continue this in your notebook from mixed fraction. So the definition of mixed fraction is you have to write when we combine a whole number with the fraction, we get a mixed fraction. So here given one example, 2 and 1 quarter. So this 2 is the whole and this is 1 quarter. So when we will combine this 2, it will be a mixed number. So here 2 is the whole number and this 1 upon 4, that is 1 quarter, is a fraction. See the exercise on page number 56. So just write down on your next page of your notebook, exercise question number 1, read the following fractions and write them in words. So here, now see here the question number 1 is given 2 and here given 3 upon 4. So first we have to read this given fraction and then we have to write down this fraction in word. So we will read it as 2 and 3 quarters and then we will write it in word as 2 and 3 quarters. Next is given, this is whole 3 and a 1 quarter. So what we will write? We will write 3 and a quarter. So in this way you have to write this fraction in word. And the next one is given here 11 and 1 upon 2. So we will write it as 11 and a half. So because for 1 upon 2 we can write it as half, so we'll write 11 and a half. Now see the fourth question given here, 5 and this is 3 quarters. So this fraction we have to write down in words, so we'll write it as 5 and 3 quarters. The next is given 9 and 1 upon 2. We will read it as 9 and half also. So we can write here as 9 and a half. So 9 and a half. And the next one is given 8 and 1 upon 4. That is 8 and a quarter. So 8 and a quarter. So in this way you have to write this given fraction in. Moving to the second question, you have to start from the next new page. Read each the following and write the fractions. So here given the fractions in words and you have to write that fraction. So first is given 4 and 3 quarters. So we have to write here 4 and 3 quarters means 3 upon 4. So here this is the fraction 4 and 3 quarter. Next is given 10 and a half. So half means what? 1 upon 2. So we'll write 10 and 1 upon 2, that is 10 and a half. Third question is given 14 and 3 quarters. So for 3 quarters, we are writing as 3 upon 4. So our answer is 14 and 3 upon 4 means 3 quarters. Next question is given 7 and 1 quarter. So for 1 quarter, we are writing as 1 upon 4. So our answer is 7 and 1 upon 4, that is 7 and 1 quarter. Next question is given 18 and a half. So 18 will write, and for half means 1 upon 2. So we'll write 18 and 1 upon 2, that is 18 and a half. Next is given 9 and 1 quarter. So 9, and for 1 quarter we are writing 1 upon 4. So this is 9 and a 1 quarter. And the last one is given 7 and a half. So for 7 and a half we will write 7, and for half we will write it as 1 upon 2. So this is the 7 and a half. So this is the fraction. So in this way you have to write it in neat and clean handwriting and write down today's date. Thank you. Have a nice day.